I am going to tell you a little bit of my job now because I know I told you I work these different places and stuff like that, but I never told you what exactly I do. So I manage a team of about, let me see, 15 people, and I am in charge of making sure that billing, so like the bills that your parents might see in the mail, coming in the mail from, well, we do that. We will produce those bills. If there are any sort of promotions that is required. So for example, if you guys are with Flow, you guys have Flow
Yeah.
in, right? So example, if Flow says, hey, we are running a special, we are giving you guys 50% discount on your internet. My team is the team that will do that sort of programming to make sure that you get your 50% discount. And we do that for multiple countries, something like about 20 something countries that we work for. But we'll do it for the different systems. So not only like Barbados, we do it for Trinidad, Latin America, like Colombia, Panama, all those different areas. So that's why I was telling you about learning a new language, because if you plan to,
Oh,
yes, yeah, learn a language, learn another language, get to do that. It's a good thing to do. And it is still predominantly our area, and that's why we are hoping that you girls coming along will just help us here, because our area is still predominantly male. So we still have a lot of men within this field, and we being like um, some of the women in the field. It's a little bit challenging sometimes, but it is good because there's a certain kind of personality and character that you have to work here. And Elianne, I know you might be shy, but I'm convinced you have it. I'm convinced that you could be one of those to help us women go further within this area in technology. I believe you could do it. So what about, tell me a little bit of what it is you do within the, like you all don't do coding or anything like that as yet, correct?
no, that starts when you get into fourth form. At
Oh,
least with Wilford, that's when it starts.
okay. So what do you guys do now? Like,
Well, basically, what we do now is like formatting document and like different. So doing, oh, how do I describe it? It's basically where, say you wanted to write a professional letter,
mm-hmm,
it teaches you how to format those things correctly. So, how to set correct margins, have correct line spacing, and grammar, how to use punctuation properly, and different kind of what is acceptable for professional letters and what's kind of not.
you guys
That's
get
kind
all
of
these.
business. And it's like, but then it goes into other things too, like spreadsheets and um, PowerPoint presentations and display work and stuff like that. So it's mostly just kind of the basis of doing documents and stuff like that on the computer.
Oh, okay. All right. So even in that area, I mean, if you go and you search online for those certain things, I mean, all those documents and stuff like you're talking about is what we have to do in our everyday. So besides me being able to have to, and it is like the opening, because besides me being able to have to manage a team that does the billing, that does the product configuration and things like that, we also have to be able to send emails and prepare PowerPoint presentations and things like that. So it's good that you guys also had started off with that. I really need some of you to stick with us, stick with it. Come help us out here. It's still predominantly male. We need you ladies.
I will keep that in mind.
Yes, anytime at all. You just need some guidance or assistance on, where to go or which path to take. Just reach out to us. If you need any help at all with any sort of technology related stuff, just reach out to us. And even if I don't know, and I can't, and I'll tell you right now, I don't know everything, and you will never know everything. That's why I'm saying you learn something every single day. You open your mind, you just try something new all the time. Get out of your comfort zone. I did. I never thought I would be able to, but I did. As I told you, I started off with administration and now I'm in IT. So you don't have to know something inside out, but it's good to know some little aspect of it anytime.
Was it difficult to get to the position that you're in now, or would you say it was just hard work, but not hard?
It
If you
was
understand.
it was a mixture of hard work and smart work, I call it. I believe in working smart. I I know people work very, very hard and labor and stuff like that, but I believe in looking for ways to improve certain things. So, and I think that is what, and I take risks. I am a risk taker. It doesn't seem so. And I don't do it often, and I try not to do it on certain things, but I do take risks. I will tell you one thing, and when I make my errors, I I do definitely say I put up my hand, yes, I'm the one that made this error, and I do apologize. I don't try to hide the errors that I make, and I take responsibility for the actions. And the other thing I found that helped me is that I was never afraid to speak to any level of of any level of, let's say, staff within the company. So if I were to go and if somebody asked me a question or if I'm in a meeting and there is an executive level staff member there or the general manager or whatever, I was never afraid to let them know what's happening and how it's going. And as I said, if it's an error that my team, and I when I say me, I don't only mean me, I mean my team as well. I take responsibility for what happens in my team, and they know that. So I think those are the things that helped me move along. And as I said, learning something different. So I didn't want to just stick with, like as I told you, I was in administration before. They asked me to do this project. I started as somebody taught me, and then I didn't want to stay with that. I just found it very interesting. So I was always willing to learn and to know a new system. And I think all of these are the things that helped me like moved up and moved up. And here I am today, willing to teach and still learning. I am still learning, Elianne. Seriously,
You learn something new every day.
every day I try to learn something new every day. Even the systems I manage, it's not like I know them inside out. I have to depend sometimes on my staff, but I learn something with the system every single day. Learn something new every day and just make it fun. You have the time now and you have an advantage that we didn't have. Make it fun. Don't don't make it difficult or and it's not difficult to learn something new. It really isn't. And I'm not telling you to learn something difficult every day, just something new. Tell me what you think and what is your takeaway, what you would like, what you would want to see happen with you in the future, either the near or the far future. I mean, you wouldn't know exactly, but what do you think about this session and what you would like to see, what you think about it, what have you learned from it?
I think it was a good um, thing to do, and it kind of opened my eyes more to what this is act, what this line of work is actually more about and like. Because before I thought it was just like, I don't know, sending emails, printing things, kind of boring.
Yeah, it's not that boring. It's not that boring. I'll tell you a little, I'll tell you two things before you go. And I know they're recording this, so it's okay. Um, when my son was like about a year old, and I was in Trinidad working, and we were switching over to a new system, and I had to work 24 hours round the clock because we were switching over to that new system. But it's not only the systems, as I said, working with the system, your head is not in a computer all the time. You have to be aware of the people around you as well. And although we worked 24 hours straight, none of us fell asleep on the job, all of us, because I had one person at some point in time in those 24 hours were motivating us to move on or doing some sort of giving us some sort of joke or something like that. So there were very, very interesting times in this job. Really, I'm not talking about only the technology part and learning, but as I said, it opens your eyes, it opens doors, it takes you places that you would think, wait, this is my job? And yes, it is. So it's interesting, very interesting. And I'm still learning, as I said. And you stay strong, stick with it. We need you guys, eh? We need you guys. So stick with it. We need you guys here because we have too many men. We need some of these ladies here with us. Yeah.
Is
And
that like difficult working in an industry that's mostly men?
it's, I wouldn't say difficult, I'll just say challenging. Um, in the sense that sometimes we need to be heard and it's a bit difficult for them to understand that we need to, or they probably may bypass. But um, after working with them for a few years, and maybe I'm blessed to have good guys around me, they know me right now, and I'm just assertive with them. And that's all you have to do. Be assertive in your role. As long as you know your stuff, you're going to be good.
Thank you.